Salam alaikum and welcome back to the Ottoman campaign and Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. And I think we are nearing the end of the war with Britain. Because they don't have a lot of ships left. But they have at least these two, an Archer class light cruiser and a Waterhen class destroyer. So let's just sink those real quick and see what happens in the campaign map. We've retaken Persia, I notice. Maybe we did that last episode. I forget. Yeah, no, retaking Persia, that was last episode. Because I sent the ships that were invading it somewhere else. Am I just gonna use my cruisers for this? I think so. So if they just rush me, and I can't gun them down quick enough, and they launch torpedoes, I don't risk my expensive capital ships, my battleships, taking any serious damage. Six armored cruisers, that should be plenty. One could probably do it. Alright, let's just advance into contact. We're being spotted by Woodshed. And there we go. Got vision on the enemy fleet. It's two ships. That is a decently armored light cruiser they have, though. Just slow right down. Can we hit it before it gets into torpedo range? Maybe. Main tower is out. You're probably going to get targeted by those torpedoes if they launch, so we're going to have you start maneuvering. There we go, flooding, finally. Yeah, they launched. And you were actually the target. Or were you? No, I think Musa Celebi was the torpedo target. Yeah, it was. I was looking at the wrong thing. But there we go. The destroyer has spent its torpedoes. No longer a threat, really. But Belfast definitely is. Well, secondaries can take care of this. Let's load AP. You already are, Mr. Celebi. Have you straighten out and slow down. Get the maximum amount of accuracy out of those 11-inch guns. Dead torpedo. Nice. Let's keep you steady. There we go. Some flooding and more flooding. Had some engine damage too, but they fixed it. No. There we go. And with flooding to the engine room, that engine damage should be permanent. We still get a -20 for target ship size, even at 9,000 tons. Yeah, I do think 10,000 tons is the threshold at which target is no longer considered small. Torps are blown up. And she's not going anywhere. Surrender or flooding? Flooding. He was close to surrendering though. At almost 44% crew loss. Now, I'm curious, have we sunk enough British ships now, with that huge task force we sank? Have we sunk enough to, well, still 100% army logistics. I got 5 battleships and 5 battlecruisers somewhere. Here. Huge task force. And more ships here. So I think those are newly constructed. Now, I would have liked to knock down their army logistics, but yeah, no, these are fresh, because they were building 18 ships at one point. Now they're building 1. I don't think they cancelled anything. I think what they were building is just now complete. Now all of these ships ended up here. let's send them out again. Missing some ships. Let's see. So, leaving behind some. And we can send 2 more torpedo boats to join that force. Yes. They got 4 each. Nice. So Bombay is no longer as overloaded. Which is good. We're at plus 1.5 million. Bump this up a little bit more. And we've gotten, let's see, experimental heavy cruiser. Now we're getting compact. Now we're losing compact light cruiser. Okay. We're losing compact light cruiser in 1 month. I think it's time for an emergency compact light cruiser design before that hull becomes unavailable. Because I do like my little 4,000 ton light cruisers. I think that's the hull that I've based my what's it called? The Abdul Majid class. I think that's the compact light cruiser. And as we found out with the target small size modifier, which I'm not sure if that's a 1.7 thing or a dip thing, but that modifier seems a bit excessive. I don't remember accuracy versus small targets being that bad in the past. But yeah, anyway, let's design a light cruiser. Yeah, this is the one. So, max optimal speed, not that high, but it's got a very good hull form. And it's got 70 floatability, which is better than the others. Not light cruiser 5, is it? No. It can't be that small. Let's set you to 4,500 tons. Can we make 28 knots now with oil 1? I think, maybe. Once again, going with that toll tower, which is not that good looking. So induced boilers. I think I want to stay with normal turbines. Just because it's cheaper. Okay, we get 200% funnel capacity even with 1 funnel. I want 2 though. It's pretty good range. I think we can stick that up here. Maybe here, and then a barbette. Where's that square one I like? This one. I can't use it. Are you centered? You are centered. So the ones we have 6-inch guns. I want to go up to 7s now. I didn't notice we've got twin guns on light cruisers. Alright. Okay, the 6-inch guns fit on that built-in barbette thing. We'll see if I can, and we got quad torpedo launchers. The war has been going on for so long, I haven't really kept track of the kind of technology I've been unlocking. I know I got triple bottom. So, Citadel 3 or 4? I get 1 more point of resistance with 4. But the resistance on this hull is pretty crap, like, anyway. So with 4, I get plus 18% gun damage. Or plus 18% gun damage. It really doesn't matter. But what is a little bit interesting here is Citadel 4 actually gives you some debuffs. Okay, I don't care about the mine damage. That's fine. But hull weight, it's pretty bad in both cases. More expensive armor cost. Actually, it's even more expensive with 3, never mind. But also armor weight. And minus 30% ammo detonation chance, minus 40%. Minus 25% engine damage chance, minus 20%. A little bit better in terms of like flash fire though. But let's see about weight and cost. Yeah, it's not that much of a weight difference actually. But we're now overweight. Ah. I can ignore the deck armor though. No longer overweight. But we might end up overweight anyway. 10.3 kilometer torpedoes and a volley of 12. That's pretty nice. If I go with gear turbines, that does save a lot of money. But what does it do to maintenance cost? 2.3 million. 3.1 million. Less than 50 million? Or 63 million? Ship cost. Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to stick with the 27 knot top speed. Anyway, we got some stuff to work with here. Let's figure that out first, and then see what's left for secondary armament. Let's go with standard ratio. What can we pen with these? We're gonna struggle a little bit with So Cordite 2 and TNT 2. Bring down the flash-fire chance. 6.1%. Yeah. Let's see, these are 50s. .6 at 5,000 meters. It's not ideal, is it? But at least we can HE pen some destroyers. Which is nice. And we still have some displacement to spare, but let's see how long that lasts. Yeah, we're almost at the limit now. Might have to go with the geared turbines anyway. Saving some more weight. Or how about how expensive will turbo electrics be? Quite. Not the right choice for a light cruiser, I think. There we go. We are overweight. Or 757. Yeah. We're sticking with 3. I have to reduce my my bulkheads. And go down to a double bottom, maybe? Haven't even upgraded the reload yet. Yeah, I might have to just remove a little bit of armor here. Maintenance is sub 3 million though, so we're not that bad off. Slightly better. Auxiliary 3 is lighter than 2. And it does give me more operational range, which is good. Need to cut 23 tons. Need to cut 8 tons now. At least the range is, you know, decent-ish. We can work with that. That leaves some weight to spare for secondaries. Maybe not those. 3-inch guns. A couple of 2-inch guns as well. For good measure. think that's alright. Would have liked to make these like 3.9s or something, but maybe that'll come in a refit. When we've got some other upgrades to make this, the ship light. No, no, no. What am I doing? What am I even doing here? I was so sure I'd switch that to oil already. Well, my bad. That frees up a lot of weight. I'm sure some of you people were noticing it, watching this. Yeah, that frees up a lot of weight. So now I can start adding things back on. Can we go 28? Yeah, we can. Can easily go 28. Can I then go back down to the cheaper turbines? Not quite. But if we keep the speed at 27. Yes. That actually cuts down on the maintenance cost as well. Going to oil. That's nice. I think it was 27.5, wasn't it? That was the optimal speed. Yeah. 2.7 maintenance. That's not too expensive. That means I can keep quite a few of these in service. Which is obviously a good thing. You can even bump up the crew quarters. Which might be needed with these deck-mounted torpedo launchers. Because I'm going to lose a lot of crew when those get taken out. Which they will, if this gets into a slightly longer gunfight. Yeah, I couldn't quite do that. And extended belts are expensive. I mean, heavy. Times 4, that's equal to a 10-inch belt. On the Citadel. But it's also 89 tons more than I can afford. If I do this, though. Well, almost a 10-inch belt. Which is more than I could otherwise put on here. If this wasn't maxed out at 6, I'd just keep the Citadels at 0 and add more inches to the actual main belt. But that's not possible. So we're gonna do it like that. And that should keep the ship somewhat safe from penetrations if engaged by a larger cruiser of some kind. There we go. Just to make sure that the belt covers this third bulkhead. I mean, that's pretty decent for what it is. Affordable. It can deal with enemy cruisers with the guns. Possibly capital ships with the torpedoes, and definitely transports and destroyers, again, with the guns. Now just hope that it can actually get those missions, but I think with the RDF that it has installed, the where is the, there we go, 80 recon. Is that even good? I'm not sure. Let's compare that to the existing light cruiser. Where is it? Abdul Majid, which does not have RDF. Okay, it's not a big difference. You're going from almost 60 up to 80. It's not that big of a deal. These do have radio, though. It's not like they're completely unreconned. These should be pretty slick when refit. Well, we can do that later once we got more stuff from them to put on them. Like the Mark IV 6-inch guns. There we go. I'm just going to build one for now. And we can build more later. That should still be possible after, even after the hull has gone obsolete, because I've made the design already. That's why I had to hurry and make that design now, while I still could. So, let's see. I don't really want to fight Spain, when it's not going to be much of a fight anyway. So let's just be friendly. And on to the next month. And no thank you to those alliances. And we're fighting a new battlecruiser. So the war isn't over quite yet. Although we've taken one of their places. Courageous class. 600 million. That's the most expensive ship I've seen yet. 29 knot top speed. It's got 6 15-inch guns. That's it. Alright. I mean, I think we can take it. Could probably quite easily just gun it down. Depending on those 15-inch guns, if they are Mark III and outrange me by a lot, well, it can just keep outranging me. It's got a 29 knot top speed. Alright. It's some kind of N3 G3 thing. Cruisers. You can either catch up to it or gun it down, so you can just go home. Destroyers? I don't know, maybe. Maybe you can do something. You can hang around here for now. Until I might need you. Bayezid the First is leading the charge. The old super pre-dreadnought. Which will probably get retired after this war. Let's have Mehmed Celebi take the lead. And then have the other four form up behind it. There we go. Courageous, you've been spotted. What are you all about? That's what you look like. Mark II 15s, okay, they don't outrange me. And the main belt maxes out at 14, because it's a battlecruiser. But the second inner belt at 5.6. 21.2 inches, effective. That's pretty good. Lots of fore and aft belt though. At only 1.4. Yeah, my 13s outrange you. My 17s outrange you. 16s outrange you. 14s do not. You're gonna have to come to within my my gun range if you want to fight. I can't pen that citadel though. Not even point blank. might as well just fire HE and hope to go through the extended armor bits. I can go through the turrets. The AP. There we go. Somehow that counts as a main belt pen. The 17's actually hit and penned. They can go through. Not at that range, but they can go through. Actually, I'm calculating against 130% quality. This only has 110. You don't have a lot of pen. Or you really want to close in. Even closer? Got 2 powder on TNT2, so it's probably not gonna explode. Like this? Or maybe just take a look at the enemy battlecruiser, which is looking shockingly modern compared to everything else that we've seen so far in the campaign. That's not gonna help it though. From a salvo of 16, so are they gonna... They didn't. They could have also have 10. I can go through the citadel at this range. But that's not gonna be needed. One expensive boat wasted. And a nice chunk of victory points. If they want to feed me victory points for the peace treaty against Sudan. Okay, so these are the museum ships. They are going back to port. This one, I think. Yeah. One more month here. Hopefully before the British Army arrives. You belong there, don't you? I think you do. Yeah. And the battlecruiser squadron can just stay in port for now. Coming up here with another big task force. It's just gonna take you a while, it seems. These are the same class as we just fought. They're gonna be on me in one turn for one of them. They're gonna take Eritrea from me. The army here. Nothing much I can do to stop that. We're gonna take Pakistan from them. Yes. And I got these guys hanging around. They're not really getting those strike missions I wanted, but I'm pretty sure they're causing like passive transport losses for the British. I thought this would be the end of the war, but they just conjured up some fresh task forces. So, oil found in Ukraine. Resistance class battlecruiser, that's another new one. You're striking my port. That's one of the courageous ships that we just fought. Let's deal with that and then figure out a way to deal with that other battlecruiser. That was even more expensive. Right. Same plan as last time. It worked well enough. This time I'm confident I will not be needing my torpedo boats and destroyers. Just the battleships. There. Northwest. There we go. We spot them first. Plus 18% draft. Down to cruising speed. My 13.5s have opened up. We're gonna score a couple of hits here. Blocked. We got a plus 172% for target ship size. Yeah, I think those target ship size modifiers are a bit extreme. Engine damage already. More flooding. Even more flooding. I think that'll be her last salvo before... Yeah, there we go. Angle. Now we're just gonna wait for her to sink. We've done the most here. He's a celebi. By the looks of things. Now, let's see about ending that war. Whilst 5 transports in the Red Sea, that's, no, 4 transports, excuse me. Because of that battlecruiser. And I gain Pakistan. Now, I don't think I can, no. I cannot offer them a peace treaty this turn. %. Did it go down? Let's send out some torpedo boats. These are now all in port. Let me just quickly mothball them again. Alright, the big task force is coming closer. Now let's see. Battlecruiser force. One of your cruisers is still being repaired. But I'd like you to be the ones to hunt down this enemy battlecruiser. Bombay can hold 108,000 tons. Karachi can hold a bit more. I want to send you here. Well, this force just like hangs around. 60%. Darn it, British Army. Let's see if we can put an end to this before they take Western India, because it would be nice to keep it, and then I can just ask for Northern India as part of the war operation, and Pakistan too, just to stop them from doing this constantly. The war continues. There we go, strike. But this time my port is defended. I got 2 Drake claws, 2 Archer claws. Nice. I got Mehmet Celebi and an armored cruiser. And some destroyers, but I think the battleship and cruiser can deal with this. Right. You follow. You can just go home. Destroyers can hang around. I guess I have to just manually have you follow, because you were not really getting how to maneuver. Not that hard. Minotaur is spotting me. And there they are. See what was the armor scheme of these. 7.2 inches. They instantly score a penetration on the forebelt. Let's quickly turn broadside so they start hitting the main belt instead. Let's get a long-range torpedo spread in here. There we go, some flooding. Secondaries can target Adelaide once it gets into range. Let's have these sail behind the capital ships. And just cut them off from the front. There you go. Big hits on Amphitrite. Tribune is coming closer. Yeah, Mehmed Zalebi might have to start maneuvering hard. Because she's being torpedo targeted. Dead torpedo. One live torpedo, but 2 duds. Knocked out the rudder though. The damage is not too severe. Rudder is fixed. Now, I heard you liked torpedoes there, British Task Force. Adelaide took a bunch of hits. was kind of intended because I was aiming the main guns at the armored cruiser behind it. There, and you can turn your guns off and your torpedoes on. Don't get any torpedo hits from this though. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, no, we are. Amphitrite takes one. There we go, huge hit on Minotaur. No ammo left. It didn't detonate, it just got destroyed. Along with the turret. And that's the enemy Minotaur. Got up to the fleeing Tribune. Amphitrite actually scored some pretty big hits on my cruiser. She's still effectively in the fight. Tribune has no torpedoes, so you can just get close, gun her down. Amphitrite is about to end. Tribune is about to end. There we go. And there we go. Yeah. Nice enough, I suppose. Now, 3 transports in Arabian Sea, because they got that huge task force coming in here. They lose quite a lot, though. They took Eritrea from me. And with East Frontier here. Where did that battlecruiser go? There's Abdul Hamid. Let's cut off this this force. Yeah, where did that battlecruiser go? But that was a different class. It's here. I think. I think that's the one. I mean, probably. Yeah, it's a lot of ships being repaired. That's soaking up a lot of my budget. 66 million on ship repair. So we're gonna have to not go so deep in the deficit, because when the war ends, we're gonna lose that wartime budget, and it's gonna take probably a couple months for me to send ships to port to get low crew and put on limited. And some of those ships will be slightly damaged and also need repairs. So I'd like to have a little bit of pocket money here. I'm probably gonna get a lot though in the war operations. Building 10 more ships. Keep pumping them out. There, get a peace treaty before before you take back Western India. No peace treaty yet. Coastal Arm. Vindictive class light cruiser, and that's an older one. And a Napier class destroyer, that's also an older one. Fair enough. Oh yeah, they're getting military conflicts all over. We didn't get a battle with that huge task force. That just didn't happen. But a fight is a fight. Let's have these two not in the same division. This Mustafa II is quite a bit slower than Mahmud. Got those 7-inch guns though, so might prove useful in gunning down the Hyacinth. But first, let's take care of this destroyer. Observer. There we go, 1 penetration. One more, taking out the conning tower. And the funnel. I'm going to save the torpedoes for the Hyacinth. It's a chance to hit a fast, light, nimble destroyer with torpedoes is quite low anyway. And they might as well just launch in the wrong direction, as we've seen happen a few times. I'm trying to target fast ships. There goes the smoke screen. No flooding yet on observer. Would like to see that happen. Hyacinth has pretty decent torpedoes. So let's not underestimate. But Mustafa is successfully handling her. Torps going out. Oh, observer, you're just gonna go straight for Mustafa. Well, there goes your torpedoes. All of them. And they missed. And we finally put some holes beneath the waterline on observer, so Mahmoud can come catch up. We're gonna get those torpedoes back soon. Yes. There we go. 2 torps in the water. Gonna hit? Yes. One was a dud, but turning around this way, you should get the bow launcher off first and then the other 2 side launchers. Oh, the bow launcher didn't launch. Might not be needed. Yeah, oh, she's sinking. No need for the torpedoes on Mahmoud. You're gonna get to chase down the observer. It's been observing me for long enough now. Alright. Nice. Good job, Mustafa. So what happened to that big fleet engagement I tried setting up? They're moving out again. To here. Let's cut them off there then. 38%. Their invasion is going backwards. There's that battlecruiser. I mean, their army logistics is still 100%. But if we succeed in sinking that task force, they will have no ships left, I think. 3 heavies, 9 lights, 3 destroyers. Yeah, that's it. Only missing that one battlecruiser, but that's here, and they're linking up. So those are all of their ships. Just curious that I'm not sinking more transports in these areas where they have nothing. Well, might as well just send you to port then. If you're not going to be doing anything. Davao and Pellew. Philippine Sea. I don't think the British have any ports here. But anyway. Let's see what happens in the next month. If we get a peace treaty or if there's going to be another episode of fighting. Oh, there is a meeting, alright. With the Resistance class, battlecruiser Resistance. 1921 refit. 600 million. The rest of the task force seems to have gone down here to deal with this military conflict. So, we're gonna have to see this next episode. That's a very slow battlecruiser. How are you 600 million? You're not even that big. Probably turbo electric drive or something. Something is bringing up that cost. Goodbye and take care.